Yehuda Omer, Rab Shoyes. So Yehuda says, yeah, that's what we're up to, Yonson, yeah? Yehuda says that the Tfilas Shachar is up to 4 hours. Now, what does that mean? What do you mean 4 hours? Hiboilu, ad va'ad bichlal. Does that include the 4th hour? Or dilma ad va'ad lo bichlal. The 6th hour, the 7th hour, the 8th hour. Meaning 6 to 7, 8 to 9, 9 to 10. That's up to the 4th hour, or does it include also the 4th hour? Toshma b'yiroim ad plaga mincha. Now, when he made a statement till plaga mincha, we said before plaga mincha, we said is there's 2.5 hours from the 9.5 hours of the day till the end of the day, till 12, which means that is the day, which is again on a average day of 6 o'clock, so that's 12, so 2.5 hours. We divide that up into 2, and that is plaga mincha. And we said it's the plaga achroina, right? The plaga achroina. So there's the last hour and 15 minutes of the day. That's plaga mincha. So does he say that up to then is man mincha? Or perhaps he means that it includes till the end. That includes that hour and 15 minutes. So Mora says that can't be. I understand that you can be Yehuda Rabbanan. But if you say Advad B'chalal Yehuda Rabbanan, that means you say, well, he's also agreeing that mincha's man mincha will go up until the end of the day, until 12 hours. That's the same as Rabbanan. So obviously, when he says up to, he means not including Advad B'chalal. Now the Gemara is going to say, well, that's going to run into a different problem. So you want to say it doesn't include name as Sefer. We said in the Mishnah, could possibly the Mishnah. Musafim kol hayoim. Musaf is all day. Rabbi Yehuda Omer ad sheva shoyis, and Rabbi Yehuda says no, that it's up until the 7th hour of the day. Okay, again, so what does he mean there? Does he mean, he means only up until the 7th hour? So it's through the 6th hour, but only up to the 7th hour. So Vitania, hoy lefon of shtei tfilos, acha shel musaf, acha shel mincha. Mispalo shel mincha, acha shel musaf. What happens if it's already time to daven mincha and you haven't done musaf? So what do? So achas, mispalo mincha. First, at that point, you can, even though obviously you could have said musaf before, but at that point you done mincha. Why? Because it takes precedence, the fact that it's tadir. It's done regularly versus musaf, which is only on Shabbos Yantiv. Rabbi Yehuda Omer mispalel shel musaf, and Rabbi Yehuda said, we're at the top of Chof Zayin or Aleph. Rabbi Yehuda Omer mispalel shel musaf, va'achar kach shel mincha. And Rabbi Yehuda says no, da musaf first. Why? Zu averis, Rabbi Yehuda the shitasai. Rabbi Yehuda's opinion is that you're limited when you get on mincha. You only have a little time left. You better on mincha. I mean, it's a musaf rather. Now, but 1 second here. What's the metzias here? How is it there's both this man of mincha and this man of musaf? So if you say bichlal, hayim b'shkachas, shtei tefillos hadari hadadi, it's mincha is only after the 6th hour. The first half of the day there's no mincha. It's chatzos. And if you want to say that the musaf only is also up to the 7th hour, so then it's then you can't have then it can't be both mincha and musaf. So hanim mishkachas l'shtei tefillah. But if you say bichlal, okay. Once it's already time for mincha, it's already the 7th hour. So here we have to say it's on kasher reisha. So then it doesn't make sense what we said before. The Plaga Mincha should be, the Plaga Mincha is going to be the same as the Rabbanan then. It's going to be till nighttime. Kasha Reisha, Ma'ikar Meimer, Ma'ikar Rabbanan, as far as Plag. So the Gemara answers as follows. The answer to the question is, Nisav is Plag Mincha Plag Achroina Kamar. Who says that we said there's two parts of Plag Mincha we said before. There's the first hour and 50 minutes, second hour and 50 minutes. So who says we're talking about the second hour and 50 minutes, Kamar? Really, we're talking about, when we say that Zman Mincha is over to Plag, it's referring to the first part of Plag. V'hachi Kamar, and it means as follows. Aim is nothing Plag Rishayna. I'll Plag Achroina. That's what we're defining. Even though now the words of the Brisa are a little bit misleading then, because it speaks of that Brisa about Plag Achroina. So we have to kind of reinterpret those words. If you remember the Brisa, it says, so we have to say as follows. When does the first Plag go out? Nofek Plag Rishon and V'ayel Plag Achroina. If you don't get out, shows the Chos Raviyah. But the Zman of Tefillah we're talking about is the end of the first Plag Amincha. So therefore, we understand the difference between the Yehuda and Rabbanan and Ad V'Ad Bichlal, and we understand the halacha, the discussion in Musaf and Mincha. Okay, Omer Rav Nachman, Afanan Namita Nina. We also learned this in the Mishnah that it's Ad V'Ad Bichlal. And it says as follows. Let's learn this Mishnah in 8 years. Yehuda ben Bava Hoyid Chamisha Dvorin Shememam. He testified on 5 things. There are 5 things that happen that you should know. This is halacha. This we testify in this. There as follows. Shememam is a cotton. There's halacha that when a girl, a young girl, who's not an adult, and she only normally, if her father's alive, her father can be Mekadesh her, and she's married. But where her father's not alive, so the brothers can do Kedusha D'Rabbanan, the mother, and that's only Kedusha D'Rabbanan, and therefore, if it doesn't work, she can retroactively refuse the Kedusha, and she goes free from the Kedusha without a get. There's another halacha that a woman whose husband is missing, we can testify even that her husband died with an Eid Echad. It's a special takana to Rabbanan. And a chicken that was niskal for al shaharagas and nefesh. So the chicken was mazik in a way that he killed the baby, it says, and therefore, just like a shor and niskal, we give him skila, so too a tarnagol was also niskal. Ayayim ben aboyim yoim, shnisnaska mizbeach. Wine, which is once it's 40 days old, it's considered halachically wine for the mizbeach. Tamid shel shachar. This is what we're interested in right now. And the tamid shel shachar shekarav ba'ar b'shoyes, and it was brought. The tamid shel shachar was brought ba'ar b'shoyes, meaning to say in the 4th hour already. Shmamina advad b'chlal. Shmamina. Rav Kana halacha k'Yehuda, and therefore the actual halacha is going to Yehuda hoyel v'tanam b'bechirasa kavosei. Since we have a Mishnah 80 like Yehuda, that's the halacha. So we're weiter. V'atamish hashachar shkol be'ar b'shoyes. Right, it's in the 4th hour. It's already in the 4th hour of the day. Not up to the 4th hour, in the 4th hour. As mantan laha. So who says this? The Tanan. V'cham hashemish. Pasuk says it's fine. We're going to now prove what is. I'll explain the background. The Torah says that you bring the korban tamid b'boiker, and then that's how we learn out shachris is being the korban tamid. But you bring the korban tamid b'boiker. What is the definition of boiker? So we're going to look in the Torah and find the definition. It says by the Parshas Haman, it says v'cham hashemesh v'nomas. So the sun will come out and will make they'll make it hot and melt it. So ba'ar b'shos. Now when is this? At what point is that? What point do we say this cham hashemesh? That's when the sun gets hot. So, at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, you can't say it's so hot outside. It's not cham hashemesh. So when is this cham hashemesh? Ba'ar b'shos, I tell him. Ba'ar b'shos, and a little b'shos. Well, the sun gets hotter. It'll be a little bit, as the day goes on, already at 4 hours into the day, 10 o'clock, it's already a bit hot. It'll get hotter at noon. That's where the sun will be at its peak, on top of the sky, closest to us, creating the most heat. So what does it mean, cham hashemesh? So the Gemara says, well, it can't be. In the parsha of Avram Avinu, when he describes how hot it was, there was kichoyim hayoim. That's sheshoyos. That's the kichoyim hayoim is the strongest expression of the sun being out. That would be chatzos. That's choyim hayoim. Omer. So the terminology v'cham hashemesh v'nomas, there has to be a different stage. So the next stage up would be, maybe the 5th hour. It wouldn't really be so clear where that is. It's somewhere in between. But the next stage up would be ba'ar b'shayis. That's a clearly different position of the sun, where it's also hot. So money, lo Rabbi Yehuda Rabbanan, Rabbi Yehuda ad ar b'shayis. It's already past the zman of Tamid. So not which is the morning. So Arab shows Nami Tzafrahu. Up to Arba Shoyes is also called morning. Irabanan at Chatzos Nami Tzafrahu. In Rabbanan, morning goes all the way into Chatzos. Again, so what's the kasha? The kasha is, let me just see Rashi in a second. Abba shoyis nami tzafrahu. The omer is advad b'chalal. I'm sorry. It goes another hour. It wouldn't only be the 4th hour. According to what's saying ad b'chalal, if we include Yehuda, it would go up to the 5th hour. It would include the 4th hour. So that would also be, and Rabbanan would be even longer. It would be at Chatzos. So there's 2 ways to reconcile that. Ibois Eimer of Yehuda, Ibois Eimer Rabbanan, Ibois Eimer Rabbanan. It's true. When the Torah says biker, and it would mean at Chatzos. That's all part of the morning. When it repeats the term, it says, the Torah says, and this is what happens in by the Talmud. It says you have to bring it. This is what happens not by the Talmud. Rather, this is what happens by the man over there. It says biker. You have to take it in the morning. Chakeu l'shnei b'karim. So therefore, we try to divide it up, and it goes until there. It goes only until the 4th hour, even though the boik of the Tamid will be till the 6th hour. Iboy same Rabbi Yehuda, or alternatively, Rabbi Yehuda. High boik sayur lahaktim loisha achas to kuliyam. He also admits that there's an extra boiker, and that is, even though normally includes the 4th hour, here it's only up to the 4th hour. Now, my mashma, everyone agrees that pasuk in the Torah is only the 4 hours. Now, how do we start with that assumption? So the words cham hashemesh is, what do you mean cham? It's hot. It's hot. Sun is hot. What does that mean? It's cham hashemesh. That means to say it's hot where the sun is, but where the sun is not, it's not hot. That's the 4th hour of the day where there's still shade in some areas. Yep. Tfilas HaMincha Ara Erev. So what is Mincha? So So mincha is till evening. Again, it's according to Rabbanan. Amud Rav Kana halacha keByehuda. So now before, when it came for this man, before of mincha, for this man before of Talmud of the Shachris, we said that the halacha is like keByehuda, because we had a raya in the Mishnah, in Adius. So now we have a Shaila, we said there it's halacha keByehuda, Bisman Shachris, Arba Shayis, Hoyutnam B'Chirasa Kavose. Hochamai. What about over here mincha? Does mincha also only up to Plag or up to Erev? For Lomar Lamidi, Amar Chizan, Echsi Adam. So we'll bring a raya. Okay, we hear your question. What's the halacha? So listen to bring a raya. Midirav Matzel Shal Shabbos Be'erev Shabbos. Miboid Yoim. We come to Shul, and we see that Rav is davening Erev Shabbos. He's davening Marev of Shabbos. He said Kabbalah Shabbos, he said Marev, and it's still not nightfall yet. It's still before the sun sets. So obviously, so you see, it must be, he holds like Rabbi Yehuda. How can you daven Marev so early? It's got to be Rabbi Yehuda. Okay, that's a raya. But the Gemara says, well, let's look around. He's not the only person. What about other Abba? Rav Huna Rabbanan, Lavi Matzli Aruta. We know the Rav Huna Rabbanan were actually dafka not doing that. They dafka say, no, it's too early. We're waiting until it gets dark. Shmamina and Lach Rabbi Yehuda. So what's the maskana? Hashta d'le'id b'hilchus alekimar v'lokimar to Ovid Kimar Ovid or to Ovid Kimar Ovid. This is halacha. This is halacha. Sometimes we say where there's no clear decision on the halacha, so therefore both are valid approaches in halacha. To Ovid Kimar, you can do that, and one who does like Rabbanan or does Yehuda can do the Rabbanan Rabbanan. Another similar story again about the halacha. Rav Ikla, the big Niva. Rav came to visit the house of Gniva. Vitzoli, Shel, he did the same thing. He davened early. Now we're going to go into a little bit side point in the story here of Avimatzi Rabbi Yirmiyah bar Abba. Rabbi Yirmiyah is davening lachure, the Rav. Now I think part of the assumption is he's not davening early, he's davening regular mincha. V'siyim Rav. Now Rav finished first. He davened Shabbos davening. The poskel it's lucid to Rabbi Yirmiyah. But because Rabbi Yirmiyah was davening behind him, he didn't want to interrupt the tefillah of Rabbi Yirmiyah. He didn't want to step in front of Rabbi Yirmiyah. So from here we can infer three halachas from this story. Like we said, you can daven early based on Rabbi Yehuda. Maybe it doesn't prove the halacha necessarily at this point is Rabbi Yehuda, but that proves he could do it. Rabbi Yehuda obviously was permitted to daven behind Rav, although he was a Talmud. And yet we see that it's forbidden to walk in front of the Mispalim. That's why Rav naturally would have just finished davening and sat down in his seat, but he refrained from that because he didn't want to be over in front of somebody else who's davening. When someone is davening, you're not allowed to walk in front of him. In fact, they would pass people. So my answer is no, you can walk, but as long as you keep a distance of Dal Amis, and but over here, Rabbi Yirmiyah would have been walking in Dal Amis. He didn't want to do. Rav would have been walking in the Dal Amis of Rabbi Yirmiyah. He didn't want to do that. One more line. Rabbi Yirmiyah hechi avid achi. Now let's go to the other chiddush here. Rabbi Yirmiyah Rav lo ilam yispal adam lo keneged Rav lo chnei Rav. How can you do that? How can you daven behind your Rebbe? If a person doesn't have proper respect for his Rebbe, he's a spalach rabbi. He gives shalom to the rabbi. Means he doesn't call him proper title. Shalom Rebbe Moiri. V'amachzor shalom the rabbi. V'achoylek yeshivas rabbi. And disagrees with his Rav, his Rav's position. Or Omer Davish Lo Rabbo, he quotes something he doesn't hear, that he didn't hear from his Rav. He's going with Shechina and he's talking to Israel. So what is he doing? So when I answer Shani Abiyami Be'ab the Talmud Chavahu, and we'll prove that in a minute. We'll prove that next time. That he wasn't a regular Talmud. He was an equal. He was equal, and therefore he was allowed to do these things. Okay, stop here.